Mo, 1 point again.
Yeah, man. Well, look, we're Arsenal fans on Arsenal Fan TV, so we're going to talk about Arsenal. But before we do that, let's give Wolves some serious credit, because they came, a promoted team, have come up to one of the top 6 away from home, and they've put in a brilliant performance. If Arsenal went and put the performance that Wolves have shown today away at, any of the other top 6 teams, I'd be leaving content. I'd be saying, do you know what, we should have won that game. We did really well. And this is a promoted team.
We make it easy for them, though.
Yeah, we might.
That's the thing that's annoying a lot of the fans here today.
We might have, but
listen, Wolves played brilliantly.
Yeah, they did.
I give them a lot of credit for that.
I just want to give them that. I just want to put our hands up and say, do you know what?
Fantastic, beautiful Wolves. Well done, Wolves. Yeah, clap. Yeah, but we made it easy for them. So easy, giving the ball away. So, like that gentleman just said, so relaxed. Always second best throughout the game. Second best all game. That's not good enough, is it? Like what Lee just said. Yeah, you got to play Wolves like you're playing Liverpool.
Yeah, 100%. What Lee said, I 100% agree with. I do think that we played the opposition today mentally. We were thinking it is Wolves, and the lack of intensity. It was a continuation of Thursday, the Europa League game. It was, we might as well have not even blown for full time and just carried on, and that's the level that we played at. Simply wasn't good enough. And had we put in the performance that we put in against Liverpool against these, we would have battered them. And had we put in this performance against Liverpool, we would have got battered. And it's not acceptable to mentally let the level drop that much like we did today. It was a real disappointment. And there's no point in picking on individual players, right? But when you see patterns emerging with certain players, Xhaka and lack of defensive sort of diligence and awareness, you have to start saying, well, you need to show us that you're learning from it. I remember for the first time in this game, I saw Torreira make a mistake but it was in the attacking half, but he made a mistake where he sort of tried to guess where a player was going to go and then they countered. But you think to yourself, that's the first time I've seen that from Torreira, and it was in an area of the pitch where actually you can't smell danger. So fair enough, even though it caused a bit of danger, but you can excuse what he did there, trying to second guess where the ball's going to go to try and be assertive in his play. What Xhaka did there, to leave the ball unsighted and let it roll across your body. Look, we're not on the pitch, we don't know what happened. I'm guessing maybe the Wolves player shouted and maybe tricked Xhaka or something, because that's what it looked like to me. Honestly, that's what it looked like to me.
We made the exact same mistake, and Graham's there. He'll probably know because he's like an encyclopedia, right? But I'm sure he made the exact same mistake against Fulham. At the start of that game, the same thing he did, and we luckily got away with it. I think Leno pulled off a great save. You're right, we just can't keep...
And when you see an error like that, you look up and you think, all right, which player was it that did that? And then when it's Xhaka, you're not surprised. And that's the point that I'm getting at. He needs to start being more defensively diligent, or the manager now needs to start saying that, okay, you should never find yourself behind Lucas Torreira. Because Xhaka, when he's got protection behind him and he's in a bit more of an advanced position, he's okay. And in recent weeks, he's actually been on great form. So I don't want to dig him out too much, because you know what? He's been playing really well. And I do believe that Xhaka's got a hell of a lot of talent, but I think he gets ahead of himself at times. He likes playing the Hollywood ball rather than the simple ball. He's far too one-sided on his left foot, therefore the transitions take an age. And I'm used to dining on Cazorla, who will just transition you effortlessly with either foot. And now we're waiting for Xhaka to get it on his left foot before he plays it. But, that stuff doesn't necessarily cost you goals. When he's doing this, it does cost you goals.
Do you think the manager's looking at the team at the moment, which he obviously must be, and thinking, yeah, I'll keep you... Who do you think he's looking on saying, I'll keep you? Well, actually, not to keep. Who's he looking on saying, you know what, I don't fancy you, man. I'm going to get rid of you. Who do you reckon?
I really agree.
Give us two.
Well, I don't want to dig him out, but, for me...
I'm going to dig him out. I'm asking you a question. Give us two players that you think that he's probably looking at and saying, you know what?
The whole team. For me, it's got to be Mustafi and it's got to be Xhaka, personally. Because, I accept Emery giving him a chance and saying, all right, show me what you can do. But ultimately, they're not players that I think that I have confidence in, watching them for so many years now, where you can depend on them week in, week out, every single moment of every single game against whatever opposition. They do have mistakes in them. And then you look at players that they're playing with, for example, Lucas Torreira. I mean, I know he's only just come in, but you can tell he's made of different stuff. Do you know what I mean? And I just feel that Emery, we have to give him a bit of time. We have to be patient, because this is a transition season. And do you know when you're smelling fragrances, you go out to buy a new fragrance, you're smelling fragrances, and then you become a bit nose blind, right? And what you have to do in between, you have to go and smell the coffee beans, yeah, to reset. And you smell a different fragrance, and you're like, yeah, that is nice, actually. After every single game this season, that's what I do. And my coffee beans are my original prediction before the season started. I think to myself, what did I expect of Unai Emery at the start of the season? And that was 5th or 6th. That was my honest expectation of Arsenal this season. So now, fair enough, we've gone 16 games unbeaten, we've pulled off some quite good performances, a lot of good results. When this happens, this is actually what I expected to happen in this season with Unai Emery. So I'm not going to start going off the rails and saying that, oh, it's all going and all that sort of stuff. The actual fact of the matter is, you know, this is a transition season. We have to be patient with Unai Emery. He's had one transfer window. He will figure out which players he's given a chance to and they haven't responded. And those players that haven't responded, he will replace them in transfer windows. We have to trust him on that. And then next season, hopefully things like this won't happen. But look, onwards now, international break. I hate not winning before an international break. And then we've got Bournemouth, Vorskla. Need to get through those games, and then the big one against Tottenham. And the onus now is on Emery to say, look, 2 really, really poor performances, and he needs a reaction out of this team.